Good evening from Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Magandang gabi if you are a Filipino. Ito po ay si Arjo Carino Turner, and in this video, I'm going to share specifically on how to navigate the Harvard University academic calendar. So I've got some inquiries that were sent to me that they wanted to start Harvard and they wanted to start, applying, what to do, how to get in, requirements. Well, before you do all of that, I suggest that you start navigating the Harvard academic calendar first. So I wanted to share my screen, and ito ang Harvard Extension School. So I wanted to specifically say that this is from the Harvard Extension School, and this is our full academic calendar uh, for 2025 and 2026. The fall term has passed away. So tapos na po yung fall term natin. January session has already started for those taking classes. But just to give you an idea, for fall, I've taken fall. These are the things that you have to do, all of the specific deadlines. If you wanted to do a January session, which is very intensive, back-to-back na mga classes that's already started this week. And spring, the application is still going on, I believe, until January 2022. So if you are planning to enroll for spring of 2026, by the way, you can enroll for any courses at Harvard Extension School without being admitted yet. But so you can take any course without being admitted as a university student. So for me, as a postgraduate student of Harvard Extension School, taking Master of Liberal Arts in Government, I have to be very cautious about these dates. So ito yung mga dates that is for the spring, starting January 26 to May 2020, May 16 of 2026, roughly how many, over 12 to 15 weeks yan siya. So I did my pre-registration when it opened back in October 23rd. I have to go to my DCE account. You will have this portal established when you became a student. Then I have to do the course registration. It opened last November, so I took that opportunity to do my registration. Tapos I registered online. I have to use my Harvard key and everything. So that was Thursday, November 6th at 9 a.m. And you have to pay, of course, before January 8th, which is like today, uh, the full payment for the courses that you have enrolled and you have selected via my DCE. If it is your first time to take the course from Harvard, especially for admission, there is a requirement for English proficiency. So this is the deadline. So you have to really be very, very cautious about specific deadlines that they're being set. For course registration for the spring term, it will end on January 22. So that is the last day that you will register for the spring courses. And late registration is not permitted after this date. You can also change your course, and there's a specific period of time where you can change it. And our classes will begin on January 26. This is for weekly classes. You have interfacing with your professors. It's either done mostly virtually. Then there's a course change deadline. That is the deadline, February 2nd. Application period for those applying for the pre-medical program. There is also the course drop and withdrawal deadlines for last day to drop a course if ever you need to, February 2. Last day to drop courses with 50% tuition refund, February 9th. Last day to withdraw courses for no tuition refund, April 17th. And degree program application period for spring would be on Sunday, March 15, Wednesday to April 15. So this is a one month window wherein If you wanted to apply for the masteral program, that is 1 month period wherein you can submit everything that is been required for your specific program. So final exams and last class meetings would be on May 11th to May 16th for this spring course. And our grades will be made available on May 2026. Request period for certificate, micro certificates completed in spring will be between May 26 to June 26. So for my end, I'm gonna make another video, separate video later on. I earned the micro credential on international relations as part of my ALM program, and the window for requesting for those certificates starts from January 6th to February 6th, and I already did my request, so I'm just waiting for my certificate. I'm gonna make a separate video for that. Degree program application period for summer is going to be with the July 1, Saturday to August 1 naman ito. So for summer term, they will get you to the Harvard Summer School calendar. But before I'm gonna shift to that calendar, I wanted to share muna yung holiday calendar for 2025-2026. So these dates, Harvard University observes these dates as holiday. September 1, October 13, yeah, they celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day. As an Indigenous people, the person myself, I appreciate that this is being celebrated. And October is also the Filipino American History Month. November 26th, 23rd, that is the Thanksgiving. Then December 21 to January 4th, that's the winter break, walang klase. January 19, 2026, of course, that's the MLK that is coming up this month. And February 16, President's Day, there's no class. March 16 to 2022, we have spring break. We don't have classes that time. And May 25 is going to be Memorial Day. No classes at that particular time. So there are holidays that Harvard University as a system really like adheres to. Now we're gonna try to do the Harvard Summer School calendar. So this is going to be very, very specific. For the summer school programs, you can enroll for 7-week session, 4-week session, 3-week session, and or there are two choices for the 3-week session. For those taking the 7-week session, ito yung mga deadlines. You really have to meet this particular like deadline. Everything is very self-explanatory naman. And there are some immunization requirements because if you will appear in person sa Harvard, you have to present and comply the immunization requirement of the university and also by the state of Massachusetts. And if you're an international student, there are even more mga certificates and requirements that you have to comply, plus yung English proficiency proof that you need to. Also the housing deadlines. So that is for the 7-week session. We also have the 4-week session, July 13 to August, pretty much following the similar pattern with specific deadlines and an important information that needs to be done. And the 3-week session. This is the session that I'm trying to get into. That is the 3-week session 1 happening on June 22 to July 9th. So I will be waiting to do the pre-registration by February 19th. I will have to register my course starting March 2, and the full payment deadline will be May 11th. Usually when I have the money enough to pay, then I'll just have to pay it off. Then on-campus registration deadline is June 1. Course registration deadline is June 15. Course change period is June 16 to June 24th. And course changes deadline will be June 24th. Last day to drop off for 100% refund, June 24, and July 3rd naman for last draw to withdraw course for no tuition refund course. So that's February, July 3rd, 2026. Very, very careful to really follow these specific deadlines. And of course, if you have to have an online presence, an on-campus presence, I mean, you need to present the comply immunization requirements. And this is for international students, especially I2 certificate, English proficiency. Housing deadline, I'm very excited with this one because I really wanted to stay on campus for my 3 weeks intensive course required for my program. And I hope to meet these specific deadlines as well. So pretty much very similar like pattern as with all of the other programs, 7 week, 4 weeks, 3 weeks. And our classes will begin on June 22 and it will end on July 9th and move out on July 10th and grades will be about July 14th. So this is going to be a very, very intensive course, 3 weeks in a way. So I'm excited from my end that I will try to do this part. Then there's another choice for 3 week session. So similar pattern and additional deadlines. So if you are planning, if you are really like planning to be going for Harvard, first I really suggest that you go to the Harvard Extension School, especially for the academic calendar. Because in that academic calendar, you will be able to see all of the deadlines of when you need to do something. So it's very important that you explore. So Harvard Extension School is a very great school to start with, to get started with your Harvard University journey. So if you don't know where to start, just get all the information online and it will be able to share to you specific information. And if not, you can always reach out to the different contact numbers and information presented in the website. As a postgraduate student, I am planning at least 6 months ahead of time for my next course. If I'm going to be enrolling for fall, I'm already planning now what courses I wanted to take in fall that will be made available in fall, what courses are in my program that's acceptable that will be maybe potentially available in fall. I have my priority one, my priority two, my priority three courses. Then make sure that they are taught by a Harvard faculty member to satisfy the requirement that all of the courses that I'm taking are actually taught by Harvard University professors and or teachers. So that's it for now for sharing on how to get started with Harvard and being interested in Harvard. Start with the Harvard academic calendar. And the one that I shared to you, that is the calendar for the Harvard Extension School. So again, maraming salamat for tuning in. I hope I'm able to share to you some insights of how to get into Harvard and start with understanding the academic calendar.